Hello, everyone. Welcome to Finding the Inner Strength podcast with me, Cheryl. Episode 7. Wow, episode 7. And it's the new year, January 2025. It's really weird to say. I'm sure a lot of us are struggling from changing from the 24 to the 25, but here we are. It's a beautiful day here in Gold Canyon, Arizona. That's right. I am not in the Netherlands anymore. That's where I was for episode 6. And after the Netherlands, my husband and I flew back to Phoenix area of Arizona. And then literally 2 days later, we're on another plane going to Edmonton, Alberta for the holidays, spent Christmas with my son and his fiance. And now we're back in Arizona and have settled into a nice RV resort area in Gold Canyon. And it's been kind of a rough few weeks. We did get sick between the Netherlands and going to Edmonton, and then we got better. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little husky, nasally. I have a cold again, but that's okay. I just thought I'd still push through it, put out another episode, and trek on forward, because sometimes that's what you have to do. So last episode was about anxiety and how the title was Anxiety is My Friend. And I just wanted to finish off with that and seeing or just saying if any of you can relate to those anxieties and walls that we put up around ourselves. Feel free to share. It's one of those things I think we all might not be comfortable with sharing, that we have fears and stresses. We might think in our head that they're a little silly, and then we realize that we're not the only ones. So that's why I love to share this stuff, because I want to open that door and have a discussion, or even just that where you can hear somewhere where an everyday life woman, mom, wife, human being has all these things going on. And I think that's part of being human, are these things that happen that at first we're kind of hard on ourselves and try to push away. And I have developed this outlook on life over the last couple of years that I want to meet everything head on. And don't get me wrong, there are still moments where I avoid, like I can feel that sensation, those butterflies, and coming back and trying to just push things away so I don't have to deal with them. And I think that's just what we do as humans anyways, but we've learned how to mask our true feelings. We've learned, learned a way of, I think, not dealing with things in a healthy way. And I guess this is like totally off. I don't know. I think for today's episode, I just wanted to dive in a little bit on the discussion of artificial intelligence. And it's huge right now. And I want to let you know why I want to talk about this, why I think it has to do with my own health, and maybe how it can help you as an individual, or maybe just another outside look looking in on what AI is. I'm slowly learning about it. And it's kind of funny because a few years ago, I think it's only been a couple of years, where it came onto the news and there was this big thing about this artificial intelligence and how it was coming into play, and how I don't remember the gentleman's name, but the guy that helped develop AI was, if I'm wrong, please correct me, he was nervous on where it could take us. And the more I think about it, I agree with this scholar, with this intellectual. Uh, Not too long ago, I had a great conversation with friends. We were over to a friend's place for dinner, and a few of them, like totally love AI, and I really do see the benefits of AI, like how it can help in a classroom, how it can help with work productivity. Um, but I think, honestly, I think the cons outweigh the pros. We as humans always think that the easiest way is the best way. If we can find something that can make our work easier and quicker, it'll help with everyday life. And I truly think, just for myself, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but just the way I look at it is I actually find it can weaken us as humans and the way we work our mind, the way we learn, um, the way we deal with things day to day. And I, th- I feel we're taking away from developing our brains in a positive way of memory, of experiences, how we're kind of downplaying the human being as a worker, like we're going to be losing jobs from this. And yeah, about a month or so ago, I was grasping at straws kind of to figure out, okay, what can I do while me and my hubby are on the road? Because when I come down to the United States, I can't legally work or volunteer while I'm here in this country, which is absolutely fair. I'm not an American. I'm choosing to come down here in the winter. So yeah, I've chosen not to or take that step where I can't physically go out and teach my yoga classes and stuff. So I'm like, what can I do remotely, right? Like I know I can do yoga remotely also. I can create things, and which I have done. But I'm like, how can I bring in a little bit of income for my family? And I kept getting these like pop-ups on Cursive AI or Course AI, I think is what it is. Really, it's Coursive AI. But it's a program where they train you as a human um, how AI works in each programming. And then I found another program called Outlier. I think I'm saying it right. It's Outlier. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And what they do is they're looking for more and more humans, people, to basically work for them. They have all these contracts coming in, and they're looking for every type of voice, every intonation, every accent to make AI sound more human. And at first I was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to do this and I can make a little bit of an income. And then we got on the road, I came into the United States, and when I crossed the border, because I am Canadian, Outlier's, okay, you're in a whole different country. You can't work till you come back into Canada. Absolutely fine. Totally understand. But then I think it was a blessing in disguise for me personally. It might work for other people. But I started taking back on what my values were as a human being or for myself on how I was allowing a paycheck or a possible paycheck take over what my value and my belief was. And when I was thinking about it more and more, we're creating these programs or giving these programs information. They're highly intelligent to sound and to work as we do, but it's all computer. It's all not real. And that gave me a little bit of a fear, like, why are we doing this? And then more and more I was seeing, how we look at Reels. I don't have TikTok. But like say TikTok, Reels on Facebook, Instagram, maybe Twitter, Threads, that I'm looking at it. And if you look closely, you can tell it's not all real. It's artificial intelligence giving information, people creating things with AI, and some of it's true, some of it's not. And I just Like, why are we doing this as humans? Why are we taking this step in technology to where we're thinking it will make us more productive? But what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of using this, technology for us in the long run? We're the only animals out there that try to keep pushing to make things easier, but what we're taking away is our humanity. And I don't know, like I've already seen these like places, like even fast food joints that are bringing in AI robotics replacing humans. We're hurting as a culture. We're hurting economically, productively. There's just so much going on that I don't understand. I should say I'm questioning now why we feel we have to do this. I had a comment on one of my podcasts not too long ago, letting me know that there's no video with my podcast. And there's a reason I chose to do just audio and not have a visual with it. We have 5 senses, and we are continuing to allow visual to overpower everything, from scrolling through our screens to movies to, I guess, like social media, like TV. We're continuously using our eyes. And if you watch, it's really hard for people to slow down and take content in. And there's a lot of content out there that are super quick. Look at shorts and how they just try to capture your attention. I had a short the other day I put on my YouTube, just announcing my 28-day somatic journey that I have right now going on through my business, Yoga in Small Spaces. But there's some things that are even faster. And if you watch people, it's like continuous scroll. And if something's too long, they don't have the attention span to watch it. We're losing our senses. We're losing the ability to be inward, to take things in. We're allowing these things that we as humans have created to take away our strengths. And I know there's quite a few of us that have these thoughts. But again, I go back to that 2 years, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3, when there was that discussion and debate on AI and companies coming out saying that they wouldn't use it. And now it's everywhere. It's on our phones. It's on our apps. It's the internet, right? But even when you're trying to get customer service, it's all AI. Where is humanity? Where is that connection? And it's funny, when I was doing those little trainings and choosing very briefly to maybe make an income off of AI, I stopped myself. And I was like, what am I doing? I don't want artificial connection with people. I want to be a human. I want to create programs that, yes, I am using internet. I am using social media to reach out to people. But I don't want a robot or something that's not real to be me or capture me. There's a book that I've been reading. I've read it like 2 times and I'm reading it again. It's quite a powerful book, I think. And I had learned about it a couple of years ago from a YouTube couple on called Sailing La Vagabond. And they had listened to an audiobook version of 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman. And it's funny because the book is titled 4,000 Weeks, and it says Time Management for Mortals. And the 4,000 Weeks depicts that the average person lives usually to about 80 years of age. 4,000 weeks is 80 years. And when it comes to time management and productivity, in the last 100 years or more, or not too long after that, human beings have created this society where we want production of things, money being made, everything needs to be faster. Look at when a vacuum cleaner came into play. We thought, okay, a vacuum cleaner, that'll make our job faster. A dishwasher. Everyone's looking for more time. And every time we create something to make a job easier, we seem to be piling on more time or more things to take away time of enjoying life. And now we're creating things that are taking away, I think, work that gives us gratification growing up and then as adults and seniors. Maybe I'm looking at this all wrong, but this is just how I feel. And I don't know, I think it's something, what happens, I find, is when something is introduced to make life easier, we just go with it. We don't question things. We don't, like, look, I'm not even going to go down the road of politics right now, but our poor planet is falling apart to a point, I think, on how we can all work together as humans and how we don't fully need robots, because really it's robotics, making life easier for us. Why do we need that ease? Where is simplicity? But not just simplicity, where is the want to be able to be creative with the human mind, the hands? Look at photography and how we allow our mobile phones to, like with apps, to change the picture we take and creating it into something that maybe was a professional photographer took. I'm just as bad with that one. I love my mobile phone for my phone or my camera and my video quality. But I think we're going to lose ourselves. I think we're already getting depleted with mental health, with what's going on, with hiding ourselves behind a screen, hiding ourselves behind the fingers of texting with comments. What's going to happen when we don't know, and we already don't know where these comments and texts, responses, pictures are coming from? I have all respect for IT people, for the progression of technology, but where is the line where we allow ourselves to stay true to who we are? I don't know if this makes sense. It does to me. I just think we should start questioning things a little bit more and having a voice and not just going with some flows. That should be concern. And like I said, this is just my opinion. This is just kind of how I feel. I could take my business and pour it into more artificial creations, but I don't want to. I want to be genuine to who I am. I want to be a hard worker. I want my content to be my own. I want my sharing to be my own. I want to be able to press the chat button if I'm having trouble with a product or with a service and chat with a human being, not a robot. I love human connection. I love relationships. I love a conversation. And I can see as a planet, as a race, being even more disconnected from that because something was created to make things easier. Why do things have to be easy? Have you ever asked yourself that? When things get so easy, I think we lose our strength. And just something to think about. That's my thoughts for today. It's I think finding my inner strength on being genuine to who I am and my belief is a huge one. And I think a few years ago, I would have just stepped into the circus and went with the flow. But I am going to try to keep myself away as much as possible from things that pull me away from humanity and having a real social connection with human beings. Work-wise, family-wise, friend-wise. It's important to me. And I just want you to think about it. What is the purpose and why are we doing creating these things to make things easier? I highly recommend reading 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman. It's one of those books that I don't think you want to read in a quick afternoon or a few days. It's one of those books that you read a section, you close the book, and take that knowledge and information, the aha moment, and let it sink in. So that's where I'm at today. Thank you so much for listening. It's a quick one, but I just wanted to connect with you all over this new year that just came in. And I'm impressed. I haven't coughed once. Pretty impressive. But thank you for joining me. Any feedback would be great. Leave me a comment. You can shoot me an email at yogainSmallSpaces@gmail.com or a DM on Facebook or Instagram, Yoga in Small Spaces with Cheryl, or my website, www.yogainSmallSpaces.com. Have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, a fantastic month. Talk to you next time.